Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode. We're so excited to have you here with us as we dive into a topic that's close to our hearts, improving your English speaking skills, especially in a school environment. Listening to English conversations is such a powerful tool, and we're here to guide you every step of the way. So, let's get started and explore why English speaking practice is crucial in schools.
Hey, Ronica. How's your English practice going these days?
Robin, I think it's going all right, but I wish I could improve my English speaking skills in school. Sometimes it feels like we don't have enough chances to actually use what we learn.
I completely understand. I felt the same way when I started learning. If only we'd been practicing English conversation from an early age, I think we'd all be much more comfortable speaking now.
Exactly. It's like we're given all these books and vocabulary lists, but there's hardly any opportunity to practice them naturally in school. How can we ever build confidence if we're not actually using the language?
That's such a good point. If we could have practiced English more regularly, even for just a few minutes each day, we'd probably be fluent by now. Practice is everything, isn't it?
For sure. But you know what really bothers me? In many schools, even the teachers themselves struggle with speaking English. And it's not their fault, they didn't have enough opportunities either. But it makes me wonder, how can they effectively help us improve?
You're absolutely right, Ronica. I've heard so many stories from friends about teachers who themselves aren't confident in speaking English. It's like everyone's caught in this cycle, where we're all trying, but without the right support.
It's so true. I think the first step should be training teachers. They're supposed to be our guides, but if they're struggling too, how can they lead us?
Exactly. And here's another idea. Let's call it the English environment approach. Imagine if every teacher dedicated just 5 minutes of each lesson to speaking only in English. Imagine that every class could become a 5 minutes conversation session.
That's brilliant, Robin. It would be such a great start. Do you really think it could work?
Oh, I definitely think it would. Just think about it. Those few minutes every day would give everyone a chance to get comfortable. And who knows? Maybe the teachers would find it helpful, too. It could turn into a supportive learning environment for everyone.
Wow, Robin, that's amazing. Now that I think about it, this small change could make a huge impact. Speaking of teachers, did yours ever speak to you in English back in school?
Some did, yes. But honestly, I was so shy. I remember getting nervous whenever they'd speak to me in English. It's funny to think about now because I actually used to dislike English.
Haha. Seriously? I can't believe that. Look at you now, you're so fluent. What made you change your mind about English?
Thank you. It took a lot of practice, and honestly, I'm still learning every day. But back then, there was this one incident that made me almost resent the language.
Oh wow. What happened?
One day, my dad and I were at the market, and we bumped into one of his friends, who was also my teacher. He asked me something in English, and I just froze. I had no idea what he was saying, and I felt so embarrassed in front of my dad. That moment stayed with me for a long time.
Oh, Robin, I can't imagine how hard that must have been. It's those little experiences that shape how we feel about a language. What made you change your perspective?
I realized that I didn't want to let one bad experience control my relationship with the language. So, I decided to face my fears and start practicing. I began reading English books out loud, learning new words, and slowly building my confidence.
That's so inspiring. Learning English is like gathering ingredients for a recipe. Just like cooking needs the right ingredients, speaking English needs a rich vocabulary.
Exactly. But having a good vocabulary isn't enough. It's like cooking. You need to know how to use the ingredients to make a flavorful dish. Language is more than words. It's about making them flow naturally in conversations.
Absolutely. I remember in high school, our teachers would give us lists of words to memorize, but we never got the chance to use them in real conversations. They just never stuck with us.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. The key is to use those words in real-life situations. Without context, they're just words.
You are right. It's frustrating sometimes how schools focus only on test scores and not on practical skills. We've been studying English for years, but so many of us still struggle to speak fluently.
Ha ha. It's painfully true. We're all in the same boat, trying to navigate this language. Let me share a funny story. One day, a teacher asked us to volunteer and speak English in front of the class. No one wanted to do it, but finally, one girl stepped forward. She impressed everyone, but she had memorized her lines.
That's so common. Memorization is fine for exams, but it doesn't really help in spontaneous conversations. Real conversations need natural flow.
Exactly. Students often treat English like rocket science. But in reality, it's just about practice and building confidence.
You're so right, Robin. We just need to break free from that fear and embrace the language. English isn't something to be afraid of.
If you've made it this far in the video, that means you're dedicated to improving your English skills, and we couldn't be prouder of you. Remember, every effort you make brings you closer to fluency. Keep up the amazing work.
We want you to know that you're not alone in this journey. Practice is key, and we're here to support you every step of the way. To help, try using the new words and phrases you heard in this conversation. Remember, consistent practice is essential for building vocabulary and confidence.
Let's work together to make English feel like a friend, not a stranger.
Here's a little recap on some of the phrases we used today. When we say break free from that fear and embrace the language, we mean letting go of any hesitation and welcoming the language with confidence and enthusiasm. And remember, to express yourself spontaneously means to speak naturally without overthinking or preparing. It's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn.
If you need any assistance with speaking or learning English, Ronica and I are always here to help. Feel free to share your questions or thoughts in the comments, and we'll do our best to respond quickly and address your concerns. We'd also love to hear your feedback. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel. Let's continue on this journey together, one conversation at a time. See you in the next episode. Let's break free from our fears and truly embrace the language.
We'll meet in the next episode. Keep learning and keep improving your English. Goodbye.